It's one thing about God's timing that I never deny. I know that everything happens for a reason and everything is exactly how it's supposed to be in this moment. The system tried to erase him and he came back to rebuild it. We have a special live virtual conversation today with Adriane Mayes. I mean, what if the system tried to break you and you still tried to build something that heals others? That's what we're going to be talking about. Like, we're talking about someone that has been through pain, but few people turn it into purpose. And Action today is going to actually talk to us about someone who faced the system, the stigma, the silence, and still chose to, build instead of break. I've connected with Action through a powerful brotherhood, Dr. William Liverman. He is so inspirational. Shout out to Dr. Liverman as well as Dr. Karen Liverman. Karen Liverman, his wife. Dr. Liverman's wife. So shout out to both of them. So I actually connected with Action through Dr. Liverman as he was on my 46 Acts of Kindness live virtual conversation series this past September 2025. So they both remind me of something that's different. Faith without action, it's dead. It's fiction. Actshun Terrell is not just like a wrongful conviction, it's ConnActShun, a movement built on turning setbacks into setups. He literally has turned his pain into preparation. He texted me earlier today and said, I am ready. We're going to suit up and show up. So we're going to lean in here. Detroit, Michigan, worldwide, because this conversation, it's not about what broke him, it's about what rebuilt him. And he is someone that has been through the ups and the downs. Even his father passing away a few days ago, but connected with a powerful, actual, incredible support system like a Dr. Liverman, like a Adriane Mayes, who shared powerful stories, authentic stories, just to on the road to your why. So, what values or powerful networks you have? Instilling into this conversation here today is going to be a treat for you because again, I know it's an honor. It's literally someone that actually motivates others, that inspires others, and has dealt with a wrongful conviction. And he's a survivor. He's someone that won't let the fight stop him, but literally faces everything and recover. And that's what I call fear. So this wrongfully convicted in criminal sexual conduct, fourth degree, a misdemeanor, but it holds authority like a felony, in which he wasn't incarcerated, but he was in prison systematically. This caused turmoil in his life, which created depression, anxiety, low self esteem. But he turned his life around and now he wants to help those who have lost their way and find themselves again, too. So read about the journey, listen in and lean in into this live virtual conversation because you're in for a treat. Because live and in action, let me bring them here to the stage. Actshun Terrell, thank you so much for joining me for the live virtual conversation with Adriane Mayes. What up, though? How are you, my
Yeah,
friend?
thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be able to talk to people and to have a platform like this. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for the connection and as well as uplifting Dr. Liverman.
Oh,
Because
that's my guy.
Dr. Liverman, he has been in like in my life, he's been like a sense of a compass in my journey.
Hmm.
Not just with telling me what to do, but his inspiration, his wisdom, and most of all, his transparency.
What?
People like
Yes,
him remind me that the greatest strength for us to get together is found in relationships.
that's right. That's
And that brings me to a program that I have called TL3C, which is a relationship builder. It's based on
okay.
trust, loyalty, compromise, compassion, and communication. Those are the
Okay.
building blocks for any successful relationship.
And so, you know what? That's I'm glad you brought that up because I actually have your some documentation you sent over to me about TL3C, correct?
That's
The
correct.
building blocks. Talk a little bit about this program that you have for about relationships and just a couple of things that you share with me as well in regards to things you're doing to motivate people throughout their journey.
Well, the most important thing that I find that people give up on relationships. They don't
Hmm.
understand that it takes more than yourself to get through certain things. And you have to
Right.
build a relationship. And any relationship is based on these five keys. No
Hmm.
matter what the relationship is, whether it's mother, daughter, sister, brother. I was once the youngest bus driver in the city of Detroit.
Okay.
And I learned this program that I started through that.
Okay.
Um, you know, being in a relationship. not just a intimate relationship, but just relationships in general, building
Mhm.
friendships that last forever can stand the true test of any storm that you're going through.
Right.
Because having that true friend when when you're going through a storm
Mhm.
and you have that friend with you on that boat, when that boat rocks, you get scared. You don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know what's
Right.
going on. The anchor can't hold it down. You're bumping everywhere, water going everywhere. But if you got that friend with you, you're able to make it through because you're not alone.
So I want you to share with, and just be honest and authentic as much as possible in regards to your story. Kind of take us back to what happened and what brought you here where you are now.
So I was a coach at a formidable high school in Detroit, and during the during the day, the coaches help monitor the lunchroom. I
Mhm.
wasn't in the lunchroom this particular day. I was called down because we were eating. They were having crackers and chili, and I had on a button down white shirt, and I said I'm not gonna be around with kids today.
Uh-huh.
But one of my partners, he had called and he said, there's a food fight going on down here?" So once I
Okay.
get down there, me being the authority figure that I am, it stopped.
Mhm.
But in the midst of it stopping, I gathered my partner. I said, "You take the garbage can, you go one way, and I'm gonna go another way. Act like we're not looking." So as soon as I went to get rid of the garbage can, I was walking, and a cracker hit me dead smack on my shirt that I was trying to keep clean,
The white shirt, right.
the white
Uh-huh.
button up, shirt, and
Yes.
and I went straight. I made a beeline straight to the kid. The kid jumps up. He apologizes, but
Mhm.
he seen my face and he never seen me. I'm always with a smile. So when he seen that I wasn't smiling, they didn't know what to do. I just walked
Mhm.
away, went to the bathroom to clean my shirt because I had a meeting after the situation. So the kids went down and told that I brushed against his girlfriend to get to him.
Mm.
We had camera footage to show I had him we had a security guard, a lady security guard. She went that same day to go look at the camera footage and seen that I was nowhere near the young lady,
Okay.
and they still convicted me.
And so so you were nowhere near. So what did the conviction entail? Did you have to do
They
time or how,
said she said I brushed up against her,
and so you had
and
to do
when
time for that?
no, I never did any time,
Okay. Okay.
and thankful for that. I was able to stay out here and fight to clear my name, and
Right.
you know, um,
So with
this
camera footage, action, are you telling me so you had camera footage and it's clear as day that you were nowhere near her and you were still convicted and that's
exactly. So what they did was it happened third happened March 26, 2013.
mhm,
So the first court date was April 9th.
okay.
I told the lawyer at the time that I said until they get the footage, I'm not coming to court. So do what we need to do to get the footage, right?
Mhm.
They bound over from April 9th to April 18th. April 18th come, still no footage. So I tell the lawyer again, I'm not coming to court until we get the footage.
Right. Mhm.
So once they bounded over to April 26th now, he said the footage got deleted, so you have to come to
Wow.
and it threw me for a loop because why would it get deleted when you have a criminal case going on and the
Right.
police didn't do their job. The only person that did the
Mm.
job was the young lady that went to go see the tape the same day, and she
Oh
took the
wow.
stand. They still tried to offset the times, and it was a lot going on. When they want to railroad you, they gonna railroad you because it's all about the green. It's not about getting the right justice or anything.
Goodness gracious. So and so that actually led you to some depression, anxiety, low self-esteem. And with that being in 2013, how did that impact you in regards to your journey?
So at the time, it made me feel low. I didn't understand how could I do this? How can the justice system allow this to happen? when
Yes.
they had all evidence. And then they had a lot of people that stood up and was lying, and the the officers and everything. So what I had to do, um, in a sense, was be my own rescue first.
Mhm.
I had to get up and wipe myself off because I had ostracized my own self because I didn't want the ridicule. I didn't want the finger pointing. I knew I was innocent, but I couldn't prove it. And everything today is based on what they read
With
and what
what
they
you can
see.
prove.
They don't
That's
look. They
right.
don't look for the truth. They don't. If someone says, "Oh, this happened," then that happened. And what's so funny is just recently, as of Sunday, I used to drive the bus, and I quit driving the bus because I wanted to start my own
Mhm.
business. I had a cousin come up to me and said he heard that I got fired
Okay.
for drunk driving on a bus, and he clearly don't know I don't drink and drive. I don't, what I'm saying? So people make up what they
Mhm.
want to make up about any story that they don't know any story about.
So the great thing is you took your experience and you actually turned it into a book, Camouflage Cries, All Lies on Me. Now, how did that journey and explanation in regards to writing that book, how was the release for you in regards to getting the truth down on paper and then going from there?
If you really want to know, you want me to be transparent. I wrote
I,
that
I
book in
need you to
three
be I need you to
days.
be 100% with me,
I
100.
wrote that book in 3 days because I didn't know what else to do. I was
Mm,
putting all my feelings down, and
mhm.
I just put them in a form. I didn't even know I was a writer. I love to write poems and stuff like that, and write little letters to my girlfriend, my fiance. But when I sat down in 3 days, and I just started typing. I
Mhm.
just started typing everything that came through my mind. I put down on paper. After I looked at it,
Mm,
I started putting stuff in order, and I started putting titles to
mhm.
different pages, to different things, and I said, "Oh, I have a book here."
Right.
So it was just it was the
No
pain.
AI needed, huh?
No, none. It was the pain that caused me to do
Right.
that and sit down.
So, what if the very story that was meant to break you became the key that set someone else free? Do you feel that way in regards to the things that you went through in regards to that?
So, um, Imma tell you this, like, Imma read an excerpt from the back of my cover of my book,
Okay. Mhm.
okay? "I cannot say I would choose my life or what happened to me if I had the opportunity. In
Mhm.
essence, believe it or not, I'm glad it happened because it catapulted me to heights I would have never seen. Let me say this,
Mm.
as a wrongfully convicted person, I need assistance. I
Mhm.
don't need finger pointing. I don't need ridicule. It's already enough of that going on.
Right.
So let's together collectively change our attitudes to change our altitudes as a society. Somebody has been waiting to hear my story on the other side. So I had to get
Mhm.
this out. This is how the Lord got me through. How I stayed strong and did not give up, even though I was going through some dog days.
Mm.
If I can, so can you, no matter what your situation is. And before I let you go, I will leave you with this scripture to ponder on. Ephesians 6:11 through 12. For we wrestle not
Mhm.
against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of the world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Mm.
Once I realized that, I knew I had to reach back out to help others. I knew it was my time to go ahead and stop being a victim and start being a victor.
Mm. So, in which ways do you think that you've taken your story and you are, able to transfer that into helping someone else?
So, first and foremost, before you can help somebody else, you have to help yourself.
That's
You have to be your
period.
own rescue,
Mhm, that part.
because
Yes.
if let me give you an example. If you had an accident and your car got flipped over, you have to kind of show people that you're still alive, or you have to make some kind of movement or do some kind of gesture to let people know you need help, because otherwise people will just look at you, put you on Facebook nowadays, you
Right.
know, world star and all that crap they got. So you have to be your own rescue first. You know, if your plane going down, like they say, you have to put your mask on before you can help anyone else. And that's what I had to do. I had to be my own rescue first.
Mm,
I had to get out here and find out why this happened. What can I do to offset what happened?
mhm,
And how can I help others that go through this? Because it's not going to stop it from happening. But what I
right.
can do is show them the road to recovery or redemption is not as bad as they think it is.
So share with me, do you believe in therapy or how did you get through those moments? How did you get that mindset to shift from being blamed to actually being a boss within your own journey?
So
I need to put that on the shirt
struggle.
right there. Blame to boss. Come on.
Exactly. I like that. But see,
That was me.
I have I'm I don't believe in therapy. I believe in relationships. I believe in, having friends around you, because when you talk to a stranger, which I did, I went to therapy, and all they tried to do was give me medicate me. You
Mm,
know, they wanted me to take pills, and they wanted, and that's not what I needed.
right,
I
right.
just needed a safe space where I can go and not be ridiculed or not be pointed at and lied on again,
Okay. Mhm.
or accused, or because when you go to them uh places like therapy, to me, this is my personal opinion, I don't think they help you, because I'm going to a therapy. It is like when I was young.
Mhm.
We had went My mother had took me to the doctor, and she was so embarrassed at me. She took me to the doctor, and the doctor comes in, and his hands smell like cigarettes. So
Mm,
you know how they get the little stethoscope and they take the little thing and look in your eye, your nose, and stuff. And I said, I'm moving back. My mom said, hey, what are you doing to my son? I said, well, mom, it ain't him. It's just his hands. He smell like cigarettes.
mhm.
So as I got older, I started understanding a doctor is just a human being. You can
That's
heal
right.
your own self. Matter of fact, the Bible says, physician, heal thyself. In other words, we don't need doctors if we eat right and do what we're supposed to do. Same way I feel about therapists. We take the time to heal ourselves and know what's wrong and forgive ourselves. We can start beginning the healing process. And then you get friends around you that you can trust and believe through TL3C,
Mhm.
that that's what gives you the strength to carry on.
It's so I'm gonna challenge you on this because
Okay.
honestly, therapy has saved my life.
Okay.
Because I get what you're saying, 100%. So I don't want
Yeah.
to, definitely
Yeah.
because what I when I actually was stopped and slowed down and was open to because I'm not this. I know you talked about you were driving a bus and drinking and driving. See, I'm the one that got 3 DUIs.
Okay.
Just
Understood.
being honest. And so
Understood.
within getting my third one though on September 30th, 2023, what that opened my eyes to was perspective. I gotta get it, because I was stuck in my own head. And so I agree with you because I've had the experiences where I've been to the doctor and they diagnose you, and not even touch you, giving you, medications and things, and it's not even a solution. But I realized that the solution was inside of me. And so when I heard different perspectives and I stopped blaming myself and gave myself grace, that's kind of what therapy kind of introduced me to in regards to loving on me again. You see what I'm saying? So even so definitely understand your opinion on it because but just be open to it because you never
Yeah, yeah,
know
yeah,
who
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
never know, but
I'm not close to it, but certain things I've seen and done, like I said, you had to help yourself first, like you did. If you
yes,
listen to me, you helped yourself first, and you was honest with yourself first.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Being honest with yourself first. So one of the things I try to tell people is, you remember the song? I don't know how old you are. Remember the song?
I'm
You down
46.
with
Look, I
OPP?
claim it. I'm 46. That's all.
Okay,
Look,
okay. Oh, all
I
right. Well, I'm
moisturize. I think I
49.
look good for my age.
And you do, and you do. I'm 49. I'll be 50 next year. So,
Okay, okay.
but it used to be a song by Naughty by Nature. You
Hmm.
down with OPP? Yeah, you
Yeah,
know
you know
me.
me.
So I came up with, you down with OPO? No, we not down with OPO.
Hmm.
OPO is other people's opinions.
Period.
You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? We not down
Right.
with that, and that's what creates the fear in people starting their own businesses. That's the fear in people stepping out and doing what they were called to do. You know, like if God calls you to be a preacher or a pastor, you so
Mhm.
worried about what other people gonna say about what you used to do. Man, if you don't shut up, God used everybody. You know,
Exactly.
he used David, who we all know what he was.
Right,
He
right.
used Moses. And none of those guys were perfect. They all had a past.
That's right.
So when you are scared to step into your purpose and your faith,
Mm.
that's your fault because you're not you're suffering from the disease called OPO, other
So and
people's
so we
opinion.
we're gonna go with that because what about the perspective of thinking of other people's opinion? I know that's right, but what if your pain was never really a punishment? Because God's design for you is to use your purpose for His design, right? So how, in regards to the facing everything and recovering that fear that you had to get here, how did you fight through those different? You could have given up, right? Is my main point. You
Yeah.
at any moment because again, when usually, like you said, other people's opinions, when you going through things, you're like, why me? What made you just kind of realize that focusing that this design that God had for you for was to use this pain for your purpose and to be in this moment that you're in right now?
So I have another phrase,
Okay.
uh, a word that I'm trying to get trademarked. Okay,
Hmm.
and that word is called environment. You're
Okay.
not a product of your environment. You're a product of your environment.
Mm.
And with that being said, I had to understand that pain is not just there. It's not an imprisonment.
Right.
It's
Hmm.
a preparation for something.
That's right.
And when if you go through every day and if it was sunny, whenever the first time it rains, you don't know what to do.
Mm.
And the rain has to build the roots. So you have to have the pain. The pain helps you understand what not to do, where not to go. So
Right.
if we took a baby, right? A baby
Hmm.
don't know nothing about electricity. The baby sticks his hand into a plug socket, a receptacle, and gets shocked. He learns from that pain and don't
Right.
do it again. We as adults seem to not understand that
It take
perspective.
me 3 times to get it. I get it.
Exactly. We seem to not understand that perspective. So what I did was what helped me was so every setback that I had, every scar, every sleepless night,
Mm.
man, I had to understand that that pain wasn't there to destroy me. It was there
Right.
to prepare me. It was there to
Hmm.
give me to water that seed that so I've been wanting to be a motivational speaker for a long time. Ever since I was driving a bus. I started
Hmm.
driving a bus in 96, 95.
Okay.
At the time I had just got out of high school. So I had two children by two different women coming out of high school.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I had to get a job. I had
Right.
to do something. And I didn't know what my calling was,
Hmm.
but I knew I wanted to speak. I wanted to get out here and motivate. I wanted to coach. I wanted to do a lot of different things. And this situation, I thought it was the end of my life, but it was the opening to a new beginning for me.
Mm.
Because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. So you can be able to see and hear how I speak, how
Right.
motivating I can be.
Right.
So I use that pain as a stepping stone to prepare me for when I do get on stage. That's
Hmm.
what I'm looking forward to. And so when that pain came, I looked at it like one day I was sitting in my car because I didn't want to go to nobody's house. I slept in my car because I
Mm.
didn't want nobody to ask me questions because I lost my house. I lost a lot, and I didn't want to be bombarded with all that stuff at the time because I
Mhm.
wasn't ready to discuss what happened to me. I got tired of telling people I'm innocent. I got tired of trying to prove my innocence to people that knew me, that
Right.
know of me, you
Mhm.
know, and that pain allowed me to do that. That pain It watered the seed that you see right now. It watered the seed to the book. It watered the seed to me being able to speak. Because when I first was speaking, I was stuttering. I was scared. I didn't know how to use words, even though I
Mhm.
consider myself a wordsmith when I was writing,
Right.
But when it came to speaking, it was different. I was scared. I was scared of the camera. Now you can't keep me from in front of the camera. I love it. So I was cursing the clouds, so to
Mhm.
speak, instead of embracing them.
Mm. So
So
in that embracing and how even with how things are changing, having these opportunities to be on the stage any moment of any day, just picking up your cell phone nowadays and clicking on live and you're on your own stage.
yeah.
So how does the forgiveness look for you when you never got an apology for the situation that you went through all those years ago? How are you able to forgive?
So forgiveness is a freedom, okay,
Mm. Mhm.
and freedom from a situation. Okay, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second before we. I gotta kind of. You know. All right, sorry about that.
No worries.
So you can't worry about like when like I said, forgiveness is a freedom from a situation.
Mhm.
So when you hold on to a grudge, it's like having a handful of glass, clenching your fist and waiting to watch the other person bleed.
Mm.
That's dumb.
Right.
That's
Right.
dumb. So basically, you hurting yourself because the other
Mhm.
person is going on. They're not thinking about. They're not even bothered about what happened to you or what they done did to you. So it's always best to forgive yourself first.
Mm.
Don't you can't go on asking because I that's what the problem I was doing. I was holding on to. I'm like the city owed me an apology because this cop didn't go and did his job.
Mhm.
These lawyers painted me to be a bad person that I was not. And I was so mad and angry. But then I said, hold on, let me forgive myself first.
Mm.
Let me forgive me for
Right.
not being strong enough to stand up and worry about other people's opinion.
That's it. And
So
and
when
so how important were you sharing with me in regards to your support system? Like you talked a little bit
oh
about relationships. How
rel-
how much did your support system impact you into your forward progression?
man, that's that's so I had a lot of support. My mother, two sisters, my father, my children, my fiance, you know. But I'm gonna tell you this: I got some support from some unlikely people that I would never thought would support me,
Mm.
and I had a lot of support from a lot of Caucasian women.
Mhm. Mhm.
It was I'm telling you, like I have a friend. She helped me. She want to write a script to the movie. I have a
Mm.
friend whose husband was going through this, and she was helping me by giving me the equipment that I have. She sponsored me to get the equipment that I have to do podcasts and stuff.
Mhm.
And you got I have man that I was getting mail. I'm getting mail letters. I'm talking about checks. I'm talking about gift cards. And don't get me wrong, that stuff was cool, but it was just somebody. It was just the point that I thought they would have took the opinion of what happened to the courts. But
Mhm.
you know who doing that? My black men.
Mm.
My black men is turning their back on me. Where the women, black and white women, and white men. I got a friend. He wants to start a podcast with me. He's in Nebraska.
Mm.
He in Nebraska, and he reached out to me on Facebook. Didn't know me from Adam and Eve, and we're starting a podcast called The Black and White of It, where we taking perspectives of issues. He's
Mhm.
going to give the white perspective, and I'm going to give my black perspective of it. And he sent me. Matter of fact, he sent me the camera that I'm using today. He paid for the camera, bought it, and sent it to me. I'm getting a lot of support, but not from the ones I would thought was supposed to support me.
Right, right. But here's the thing, because I talk about it all the time. You have to own it and have accountability, right? So a lot of times people see their experience in your journey and jealousy, all of those things, that they have those fears that you can't actually see. So I want to applaud you for even getting this far, to being open, being that sounds awesome in regards to the podcast opportunity. So taking advantage of these things that God has laid in front of you with your story, I do want to just take a moment and just applaud you for that. Because I mean that's huge in itself, right? Because that's the hard thing about taking accountability and owning your situation. But with your family, your faith, your fears, your finance and fitness, you get to make those choices on who you want to put into your comeback. So when you're looking forward in regards to what your future and how everything you went through is kind of making you strong enough for what you may go through in the future. How do you actually kind of look at your story and think about the impact that it can make on someone else?
So there are millions of stories
Right.
in the
Mhm.
world. And they say the city has 8 million stories, right? And everybody's story is unique,
Yeah.
but it's only unique to them. But with I'm pretty sure with what you're going through, in your therapy sessions, you had um other sessions. I don't know if you went to AA meetings and stuff like that.
Every day.
So
Yes.
connection, there's no AA meeting type of meeting for somebody that's wrongfully convicted of a sex crime.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why connection was so big. That's why I'm choosing to do what I'm doing, because when I looked for the help and I looked around, there wasn't nobody.
Mm.
Now I got a lot of people that's been exonerated from things, but if you go to the National Registry of Exonerations, it's
Mhm.
not too many people that's been exonerated from sex crimes.
Mm.
And out of I, so the Huffington Post in 2016, February 3rd, 2016, the Huffington Post put a post in and said that there are at least 2 million people behind bars in the
Oh,
United
wow.
States.
Mhm.
And if you take 1% of that are wrongfully convicted, that's still 20,000 people.
That's a lot of people. Yes.
Just recently, it was a guy on death row. It was all over the news. I don't know how much you pay attention to the news. It was probably maybe last year or a year before, where he was in Alabama, and the governor tried to stop the execution. And they still executed him everywhere because they said they didn't have enough evidence and they still went on with the execution. And the governor tried to stop it.
Mm.
I look at situations like that because I could have been that could have been me.
Right. Right.
I could have been in prison fighting my name. But, you know, for whatever reason, they didn't have enough and they still don't have enough. And they knew that, but they wanted to do something. And they never want to. What I hate about the system is when it's wrong, it don't never want to admit to it wrong. So you'll never get an apology. So
No, you
you know
you
what I'm
you won't.
saying. So that's why I made connection. You
Talk a
know,
little bit about connection. What is connection and how
so
does it
so
help people?
so connection. We connection. Our mission is to alleviate the struggles that come with a wrongful conviction, especially a
Mhm.
sexual crime. You know, because I'm trying to build a safe space where people can run and turn their struggle into strengths.
Mm.
Because people, when people see a sex offender, they man,
Mhm.
they we can't it can't get a job. They'll hire a ex murderer before they hire somebody that's on a SORA or anything like that. But let alone be wrongfully on SORA. Like there are guys on there. It's a young man. He was 18 at the time. His girl was 17 and a half.
Mhm.
He was making money, and the mother was trying to get the young lady to get him to get her money, and she didn't want to do it. And the mother called the police on this young man and said it was
Mm.
statutory rape. She's
Oh, wow.
17 and a half. He
Right.
18.
Mhm.
Now he's on the SOAR list. Mess
Mm.
this guy. They don't know the impact that held. He wanted to kill himself.
Mm.
I had to talk to him.
Right.
So in the midst of all that, I got my suicide prevention certification.
Mhm.
I was real good on that. I got my life coaching certification.
Because you're
I got
certified
my
as a life coach too, right? So, yeah,
yes,
I was gonna mention that. Mhm. Mhm.
yes. I got my I got my certification in uh what's that? Peer coach counseling.
Okay.
You know, for alcohol and drug addiction and everything. I
Is that people
always
like me?
well
That's
what's
all
so
right,
good
I'm
about
okay
that?
with
And I'm
it.
glad you no, I'm glad you did that. You know why? Because you open, and
Right.
that's what helps you heal.
No,
Because
I
you
mean,
can laugh
I
at
you
that.
never know like my story will help someone else. Just I mean, it is
Yes,
what it
yes.
is. It's I can't do anything about the past and who I am coming up to be this billionaire in the making. I mean, it is what it is. I
Man,
just
you
I
gotta
mean,
clap it up
everybody
for
has a
yourself,
past.
man. And then what I like about you, you not caring about OPO. How many other people would have said that joke on themselves?
Pretty much not anyone.
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
So I trust me. So that's why connection exists. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to build this from the ground up where I can get people to understand that everybody that's on that list didn't do that crime, or it's
Mhm.
not what they think it is. You got people on there that couldn't hold their pee and had to go in the. You got people on there that were in the park kissing their girlfriend.
Mhm.
You know, it's a lot of situations. And then I'm gonna tell you this: they want you to pay to be on that list. You got to
Pay to
pay
be,
fifty
yeah.
dollars a month
Oh my
to have
gosh.
your name put on that list. I, I
Now,
refuse
why
to
would I
do it.
pay to be on the why would I
Why?
do
would-
that?
Why? I was always told you never put yourself in a bad position. I don't
Never.
care what it looks like.
Right.
And so
But why would I pay to be on that list? Like, why would I do that? What would be my
they
benefit to
want,
doing it?
and that's
I'm
the
just
stupid. And you number
I
one,
just
when you're on the
I
list, you
need that
can't get a
clarity. My
job. So how you gonna pay?
right.
You know,
Right.
like what you want me to pay in grass? You want me to
Right.
pay in clothes? What? I don't know.
So it's funny in regards to building legacy and looking at what you're building with connection. How are you taking all of these different certifications and it's great to get just like a degree and diploma, right? If you
Yeah.
we all can get one, but if you're not using it to impact people like you're doing, which again I'm going to applaud you again. When you get all these different certifications, how much are you trying to help change those situations that happened to you so it wouldn't happen to someone else?
So I taught myself how to build and repair computers while I was driving a bus,
Mhm,
and
okay.
that's why I stopped driving a bus because I had a nice little lucrative computer business.
Mhm.
But I was against having all those little. I'm like, so it's a funny story. I go to this community college. Now I've been
Mm,
building computers for 2 years, and I've built computers for. I had to get HIPAA licenses to do. I didn't build computers for offices, medical businesses, dentals, and building some good computers. But
mhm,
I said, okay. I seen that I wasn't getting in certain doors because of my skin color,
mm,
and just be honest. And I said, I'm gonna need some certifications. So I called myself going to this community college, and I had took a computer that I built. Now my computer company at the time was called Killer Instinct,
okay, I like
and
that, uh-huh,
and it was built to go against this guy who tried to put me down. His computer was called Poison Thought.
okay,
And I
okay.
say, my killer instinct gonna kill that poison thought. I'm competitive at all nature. So I built this computer, and first day of class, I bring the computer with me to class, and to show that we can do it. The professor at the time took offense to it and put me out the class.
Oh,
So I said, well, and then he was teaching some of the older stuff that we didn't need, and I wanted to show them that no, we don't use those products anymore. These are what we're using. I'm taking in everything, and I had to go to the dean and explain myself, and I got put out, because everybody was white. I was in. You from Detroit? You from Michigan area? I was in Dearborn. I was at Henry
Okay.
Ford Community College, U of M, and in Dearborn, and they didn't like it. Here, a black man that builds computers didn't go to school
Mhm.
for it, just sat down and seen it. And I said, I don't need certifications. I had for a long time. I didn't care about certifications.
Mhm.
I just recently got my certificate. Well, I went to school, went to class in 2018 and finished with a 3.5. But
Come
since I
on,
can't pay,
congratulations. Right?
thank you. But since I can't pay, I can't get my little degree because
Okay.
I can't get a job, and I'm behind on a lot of stuff because of this situation. But anyway, with all that being said, I those certifications were more for window dressing.
Mhm.
I already have what it takes to help somebody to stop drinking, to stop smoking, because it's all about making them, you got to make them want to do something for themselves. You got to
Right.
make them rescue themselves. You found out the hard way by rescuing yourself, and then you went to therapy.
Yeah.
So you helped yourself first, and then you went to therapy, and it just enhanced what you already knew. So that's what doing those, taking those, getting those certifications, and I want to shout out to a lady by the name of Miss Bonner for Black Coffee, no sugar, no cream. She
Okay.
sponsored me to get these uh certifications.
Certifications? Okay.
Yes. She allowed me to get in her classes and sponsored where they paid for them, and I got my certifications. Once again, another white lady helped me get my life coaching certification. I
Mhm.
called her, told my story. She said, "Oh, I'm going to sponsor you." Didn't know me, and all these people are taking chances on me. So I send those out with pride because I want people to know, but don't let that fool you. Because when I was in school, I was taking up psychology.
Mhm.
I wanted to do that, but then I seen all the stuff that you had to go through, and I didn't want to be a psychiatrist like that. I didn't want the government to control the things that I had to say to people or things like that. That's why I like life coaching.
And it's so funny. I went to an AI certification, like a workshop yesterday. It was like 2,000 people. Alicia Little is like the AI queen of it in
Hmm.
Atlanta, right? With the
Okay.
certification for AI. And when I was listening, she has all these different tools that will help people take AI to the next level. And so it just reminded me quickly in regards to when you were talking about certifications and taking that extra step. Again, 3 times today, I'm going to applaud you again for getting those credentials because those tools and resources that are in line with you, that's going to help you build and actually, help other people in regards to the things that you never know that you would actually find out.
Right.
So, in regards to just your story action, have you even considered AI in regards to, your next chapter of things? And
I'm gonna tell you this. Being that I
it's because
see
you were in
AI
computers.
ain't
Uh-huh.
yeah. So AI is not new. It's
Right,
just new to
right.
a few. AI been
Exactly.
around since '79. When they
Yes,
was
it
doing
has.
stuff, and a lot of people don't know that. They just called
Mhm.
it different things, and like a form of AI was Siri. That's a
Yeah,
form of AI. A lot of
yeah.
people don't know this, but um, I'm a little stubborn in that aspect because I build and repair computers. And I don't know how AI can help me be a motivational speaker because I take pride in writing my own speeches. I take pride. I mean, it's just a thing with me because I wasn't a writer, even though
Mhm.
in elementary I was in creative writing and I never knew it. And now that I wrote a book, ain't nobody in my neighborhood. I grew up on Dexter. Ain't nobody on Dexter writing no books.
Right,
Unless you know
right.
what I'm saying. And I self-published that book. I didn't
Mm.
use no AI. I didn't do none of this AI stuff, even though I probably
But what
could
if
have.
we made a clone of yourself, right? Like,
Okay.
literally to draw I mean, because that's literally some of the things I do, right? So if you
Right,
made a
right.
clone of yourself to read your book and to attract people because while you're working and doing the things and having your podcast and taking care of your fiance and your children and your probably grandchildren at this point as well. So when you're doing all those different things, you have your AI clone out there fighting the good fight for the connection, and being able to duplicate, if not triplicate, you in regards to get buying your time back. Would you would you be open to like even the possibilities of where it could actually take you in your business?
Um,
I only hit
I'm
you with that because you told me you were in computers.
I
So,
I'm gonna be honest.
hmm
I don't, I'm not looking. Well, I need funding, finances to take care of myself and my mom, but I really, I'm really focused on if I can't be there, I don't have no business being there.
so your AI duplicates don't even need to be there. Like,
Like, not at all. Like
right,
I couldn't have an AI get on here and do this interview with you and give you the passion that I'm giving you. Just
right.
like when you said, and I'm gonna make this plain. I mean, no, you wanted to. You told me I could cancel, and I said no, and
You
I
did.
said no emphatically because I'm ready to. I want to talk. I want people to see my passion. I want people to understand, and I'm ready to roll. Let's go. Then when you said let's go, I was like, oh yeah, game time.
Right.
I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So
You
I,
Detroit Lions fan as well? Did you see us?
so
You're not a
oh, let
Lions
me
fan?
tell you. Let me
Oh,
tell you.
oh.
No. I've been a Lions fan. I've been like I ain't even got my rings on. I won 2 state championships coaching football, being on the staff at Cass.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
so been watching the Lions these last few years. It's been so exciting, and that's one of the 2 things that hurt me about my father's passing this
Mm,
Saturday.
rest,
One was
definitely
he's
rested.
not going to be able to see the
Right.
Lions win this Super Bowl, and 2, he's not going to be around when I clear my name.
But he's an
Those are the
angel.
only 2
He's an
hurtful
angel.
things.
That's what I can tell. Like I told you on the text, that he's an angel for you
Yes,
now. Somebody
yes,
fighting for you up there. You know,
yes,
so that's the greatest thing about it.
yes,
Getting angels along this journey, you never know what impact they're going to make. I truly get that, and I sense your passion. I see you, and I'm so thankful that you're doing something with your pain to help other people. So, what are you working on, before I go into the top 8, because I truly appreciate your time, but what are you working on
Oh, we ain't got to
now
rush.
moving
I
forward?
still got 3 more hours. You trying to get rid of me?
Um, so
I'm ready.
I love it. I love it. What are you working on now to not
I
only get your story out there, but like you said, to get through those financial struggles and things that you're working on now? What are some things or projects that you're working on now to kind of turn the corner for yourself?
well, this I'm trying to figure out how to get on stage.
Hmm.
I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to get on there. I want to speak. I don't know if you know about Dr. Eric Thomas from
Oh, come
Detroit.
on, ET.
Yeah. I
Yes,
I've in
come on now.
2012, before I even came across this, I had me and him we were contacting each other. And then this happened and I lost contact with him, but then I ran back into him in I want to say 2015 while I'm fighting, and
Hmm.
his wife was sick, so he couldn't talk. We was at the Greenfield Plaza. We kicking it, but he really couldn't talk because he had his wife with him, and they had to go to the doctor's appointment and everything. And you know, he's I've been wanting to do what they do, but it takes money. So I'm just trying to if I can get my foot in the door with some things, if somebody just give me a chance, an opportunity, they will not regret what's going on. So I've just been sharpening my talking skills, my writing, um, trying to keep family together. And one thing I don't like, I keep my circle tight because I can't trust everybody. And if they don't fall into any of those keys on the TL3C,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't care, friends, family, cousin, brother, they gotta go. Because
Right,
I don't
right.
need nobody pulling me down. I believe in energy. I believe in negative energy,
Hmm.
positive energy. So if I gotta have positive energy around me at all times.
So what happens when second chances run out? When your silence, not from the system, but just those relationships. So what happens when those second chances, they come to a close for you?
So second chances don't never run out. Ain't no
Come
time
on with it.
constraint. Ain't
Come on.
ain't no such thing as time constraints on the chance. What runs out is your opportunity because you stayed silent and did nothing. You got old. You let the time pass you by.
Mhm.
When you stand still and you know, my thing is this. My connection, I started up in 2018. I haven't gotten any funding yet, but I made a lot of mistakes. I'm failing forward.
Right.
So I'm, when I want to tell this to the audience out there. Don't stay stagnant. I don't care what
Mhm.
you do. Get up and do something.
Right.
So your time don't never run out unless you don't use it. That's when you just sitting still and twiddling your thumbs. That's when time runs out. So to avoid that, always try to do something. Because they what they say. I feel for it because nothing beats a failure but a try.
That's it. That's
You know what
it.
I'm saying? So I don't. How can I know what not
Nothing
to
beats a
do?
failure but a try. I like that. Mhm.
Exactly. How can I know what not to do if I don't get out there and did do something? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know. You gotta learn. That's what learning is. Life. I got another acronym. LIFE. Learning
Mhm.
is forever. And as long
That's
as you
right.
live life, you gonna learn. I learn something new every day. Even if it's I well, I was, but I used to collect Hot Wheels. I used to collect, and I was learning from these guys, and just in small talk, guys will say certain things that I never even knew about the world, about living, about how to eat, how to clean your skin, how to man, just doing something.
Right.
You're gonna learn, you're gonna do something, and it's gonna help you.
And one of the
So
things that you brought up, Eric Thomas, that I watch his podcast actually every morning in regards to mindset, and Beast is one of it's my
beast
favorites.
mode,
Yes, Beast Mode is
beast
one of my
mode.
favorites. But what he actually points out in Beast Mode, which, in building this billionaire brand I'm on at my day 537 of my billionaire journey, in regards to being in beast mode and you want to be in a public speaking, are you actually doing the work, like, using your platform and putting on YouTubes and showing people what is possible in regards to hiring you as a public speaker? So what beast mode is Action putting forth and towards his dream of public speaking?
So it's funny that you say that. Like I said, I just recently got this camera
Okay.
from a guy. So because I didn't have money, so
Right.
now I'm about to put out. I was doing it on text mode. I was texting every
Right.
day. I was
Mm-hmm.
texting people. For 3 months straight, Monday through Friday. Everybody had a text on a different day. Because Monday had a theme, Tuesday everything it was a theme. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna turn those themes that I was texting into videos. I'm
Okay.
about to start doing that tonight.
Come on tonight. So when you have
Tonight.
your
I'm not
podcast,
waiting for tomorrow. I'm not waiting.
right.
I'm doing it
Exactly.
tonight. Soon as I get back, because I gotta go to my mother's house and help her fill out some paperwork. We still dealing with that. But as soon as I get back from doing that, I'm putting the video out tonight for tomorrow.
There we
You
go.
know, so
I love it, and I know you're not a fan of AI, but be open to Chat GPT in regards to building your channel on
but don't
YouTube or
that
what have
cost?
you.
That
It's
costs, right?
free. That is a free pro. It's Chat GPT is free. There's
But
no
they
cost.
only give you a certain see, like, what I need is gonna go a little I looked into it. I looked into AI, but then I said, like I said, I'm beast mode. You do
Just
your
think
own because
about
I
action
owe
on steroids.
but you know what? We gonna
It like
talk.
because at first when
I'm
I
gonna
first got
talk to
into
you.
it though,
We gotta talk off the air about that because maybe you can help me. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay, if we do that.
I'm telling you, it's like it's gonna be like action on steroids. Like it's a version.
I'm gonna take
It's
your
gonna be a
word
little
for it. But
scary.
like I tell my girl all the time. Like I had just wrote her a poem. I wrote a poem a while back called "Innocent Prisoner,"
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and the poem was so to me it was so. I like rap music. So when people rap, I love them, and I just hate when they cuss and they rap. But to make the cuss words rhyme with certain things and paint a picture that they do, I don't
Right.
take nothing away from them. Because that's a
Mm-hmm.
talent.
Right.
So when I'm listening to rap now, I don't know if AI wrote that or not.
Mm.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
would it matter if it did though?
Yes.
Would it matter? Like would it matter
Yes, because
if
it's
a
not coming from that person.
but how is it? So in other words, like say for instance, because my strength is my background is in engineering, right? So
Okay.
math and numbers all day,
Oh
every
yeah.
day. I can
Yes.
handle it all day. But English wasn't my friend. Okay. I mean, I got all A's, you know what I'm saying? I know how to, I'm an engineer, right? So I know how to
Right.
get the grades. I know how to do all of
Okay.
that type of thing. But when I realized that, it's not about the algorithm and not all of that, but if I could impact someone by starting with something curious versus just talking like, Adrian, it teaches you how to put your framework together to share my story so I can reach out to more. So even with doing these live conversations, I've learned like the length of the conversation and the views, that part doesn't matter. But when I break it up into little snippets, that's the part that, I can impact as many people as possible in regards to just kind of sharing our story. So these are the things you learn when you get into the AI game, the Chat GPT. I call Chat GPT from the D. And I really encourage you because you're going to start your podcast. And I want to see you do great, my friend, because you're
Okay.
doing amazing. But a life without AI in 2025, it's not one you want to even keep going down. That's just being honest. The truth. So
I mean,
so I want you like to be open to it because again, this world is going to be like the have and the have not. Tyler Perry. So it's going to be
yeah,
those
yeah,
that know
yeah,
AI and
yeah,
those
yeah.
that don't, and they're not going to give.
But look at this.
You
Look
know what
at
I mean. So, I,
let me
mhm,
say this. In 1920, they was
right.
doing electric cars.
Yep.
They didn't make it. It was the biggest craze for a while. They
Yep.
didn't make it. 2025, they giving you all these incentives to go get an electric car.
Hmm.
Making it.
Which
Everything that's
tells
for
you it takes about
everybody ain't
100 years for it actually. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he figured out
build the
electricity.
light. Yeah, that same
Exactly.
thing.
So
Same
if
thing.
we
He
would give
kept
up,
falling for it. He kept
right,
falling
you
for
gotta
it.
keep
You
up,
know
but
what I'm saying?
we're a different kind of beast, right, in regards to
Right.
our own craft. We're gonna keep facing, facing everything and forward. That's literally what failure is. First attempt in learning is what I call it. So, I appreciate you just for even being open and honest in regards to the level where you are now, where you're trying to go, and the direction you're trying to get into. Because again, helping people rebuild, and that sounds like that's what you're doing. You're not allowing the system to show who Actshun Terrell is.
Okay.
So in regards to that, in the growth, I want to do like the top 8, and that's literally something that, just something fun that people can connect with you, and
Okay.
in that way as well to share your information to anybody that's actually wants to, help you along in your journey. I want you to make sure you share that too. But my
Okay.
first question for you is, if you could be any superhero character, mine is Flash. I'm a Delta Sigma Theta Sorority
But-
Incorporated. Mine, I'm Flash.
wait,
So
wait. So, do you know Natalie Bienemy? I think she's a
Natalie
Delta.
Bienemy?
Maybe
No,
maybe it's the
Is she
wrong.
in Detroit
Okay,
Alumni
go
chapter?
ahead. I think so. Is
We
that the one
we're
on?
national. We're national with it.
Yeah.
I-
But so
Did she
now
cross
does
it
this
recently?
character have? Huh?
I'm old in the game. Like I'm 18 years in.
Oh no, she
I said I'm
older.
18
She
years in with
older.
the Detroit Alumni chapter. 60 by
Yeah.
design. That
I
two
think
double double
I
design.
think she got you beat if it's the same chapter. I don't know how that work.
You said her name is Natalie.
Natalie Bienemy. Yes, Miss Natalie Bienemy.
Okay, yeah. Her name that. Mm-mm.
Okay.
But you
Well,
never know.
let's get
Right,
back
but
to the
what
great
right.
8. Let's get back to the great 8.
Yes,
So
yes. So
so
that's my line name is Flash, and
okay,
so that's
Flash.
literally
Okay,
my
okay, okay.
personality.
So I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you this. Um, I I love villains. I love the bad
Uh-huh.
guy,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
I can't just choose one.
Okay, okay.
I got 3. I got 3 that okay, I see you. I see you,
You're right,
Flash.
that's me. Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna give you one. Maybe you might not know him, but one is Dark Side. Are you familiar with Dark Side? He's
Dark
a villain.
side.
Yeah,
The great
he's a
thing is
villain
with
in DC
Google,
Comics.
there's with Google, there's nothing I'm not familiar
Okay,
with.
well, Dark Side. I that matter of fact, I just choose Dark Side. If I can be anybody, I can choose Dark Side. The reason why I chose Dark
Ooh,
Side,
that's dark side is a beast. Hold on, I'm
the
waking you.
only reason,
I'm about to break them up for you.
the reason
Uh-huh.
why I chose Dark Side is because Darkseid knows the value of women.
Mm.
He has a all woman army.
Mhm.
He tried to recruit Wonder Woman. He tried to recruit Superwoman. like Darkseid. He
Ooh.
believes in the power of the woman.
Okay.
So he sends a woman army out. Now, the
Okay.
reason why I like women army because women are the to me the gods of the earth.
Okay.
With their ability to take pain. They take pain in physically and they take pain emotionally, and they still gotta get up and get out and get it
Yes.
regardless. I mean, I'm pretty
Regardless.
sure with your situation, your DUIs, you still had to be a mother or an auntie, or you know what I'm saying. You still had to be that loving, nurturing person. That didn't change who you was. Then you still got out and fought. Same. That's why I like Darkseid because he got an all woman army. I don't see
Mm.
nobody else doing that.
Let's go. I love it. Honestly, if I could be honest, what this DUI has taught me, I've actually stepped back to check myself and get myself aligned.
Right.
And it's one of the best things. I'm gonna ask you one of those questions. One of the best days of my life is a sobriety date, which is in
Okay.
November, because it allowed me to be, like you said, to have this force around you. I have to be the best version of myself, and I
Yeah.
found myself doing the opposite. I was losing myself in people, and not being the best version of me within that. Because time is the one thing that we can't get back. So
You can
I
give it
can be,
or words after they're spoken.
oh my gosh, that's so
You know what I'm
honest. I mean,
saying?
I
So you
just
have to be careful in what you say
and how
and
you
the
say it.
time you keep.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So my next question for you: if you could eat one food that every day, all day, and never get tired of it, mine is watermelon. I was gonna change it to sushi, but watermelon is my answer. What do you have a food that you eat
Yeah.
all day, every
Uh,
day?
any fruit that I can get my hands on.
Any fruit?
Any fruit. I love fruit. Like watermelon is one of the greatest fruit. Um, I
It
like
is.
lemon. I like, I can eat those every day, all day. Cucumbers, tomatoes, all the fruits. The people don't understand that long as it has a seed, it's a fruit and not a vegetable. They just
Uh-oh.
characterize it at that. See, but you got to understand that that's some of the foolery that they do in the public food system. You know,
Mhm.
for their categories to make money. But other than that, um, I would be with you. I eat a watermelon every day, all day. But
I
it's got
would, yeah.
my roots is from down south, so we like the yellow meat watermelon.
Okay, okay, I like it. Because that's crazy. Because that's my next question. So, where are you originally from? And I'm from Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? All day, every day.
What up, though?
And where do you call home now as well? So, where are you originally from?
Detroit, Michigan.
You s-
So I
Oh,
tell
you said
people
your
this.
roots are down south.
Yeah,
Okay.
my roots are down. My father grew up down south. My mom and then my family. I was down there when I was young. Every summer I was down south. I had an uncle that didn't want to send me back. Him and my father kind of got into it because he he said, "No, I'm not sending him back." And he said, "You better get my boy back."
Right? My mother is from Jackson, Mississippi, and then I have
Oh
family in
yeah,
Uniontown, Alabama. I have
oh yeah,
family in
because my daddy
Georgia.
was born.
So,
He was born and raised in Cantonme, Florida, Pensacola. You know what I'm saying? So he was all
ooh,
around. So
right.
I got this thing though. I'm from Detroit, but I grew up on Dexter. And in my
Okay.
book, I tell people in my book, I'm
Hmm.
from when I used to be down south. I tell people I'm from Dexter, Detroit,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and,
Because
and,
yeah,
and
a
you
different
know what I'm
beast from
saying.
Dexter.
And when you get the book, you're gonna see.
Right.
And I tell people don't get it twisted. Not Dexter, Michigan.
Right. Right.
I'm from Dexter, Detroit.
That's the right. I love it. In regards to travel, that's the one thing that I love to do. I've been to
Oh,
48 of the 50 states. I used to live in Toronto. My cousin used to play professionally for the Toronto Raptors, Chris
what?
Bosh. So,
Who's that?
yes,
Boss your cousin?
Bosh is the cut. Yes, definitely two-time Hall of
That's
Famer. Two times.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. We really got to hook up, man. I would
All
love to
right.
sit down and kick it with him, man. Like, but go ahead.
Right. So Toronto is my favorite place in regards to travel. What would you say your favorite place of travel, if in regards to where you've been, and then why is your favorite? What is your favorite place?
So, my favorite place is Florida.
Florida.
I love
Okay. Which
Florida.
part of
I
Florida?
I love Pensacola. I love Tampa. I love Miami. It's just the energy of the sun. 'Cause the
Mm.
sun is so abundant, and we being sun people don't understand. We don't need sunscreen. You
Right,
know,
right.
you have you have people that used to be what they call breatharians
Mm,
or breatharians. I think it's
mhm,
called breatharians, and they wouldn't eat. They would just soak up from the sun. And
mhm,
when I thought about when they had slaves, they wasn't feeding the slaves all the time. So a lot of them was getting
mhm,
energy from the sun. So I
mhm.
love just being in that environment, man. Just being in the sun, and I love the sun. And Florida has one of the best sun areas that you can be.
That's true. My business partner's in Tampa all the time, Tampa, Florida. So, and I used to have family. I have family in Tallahassee, Florida. So, Florida
Okay.
is. I'm with it. Okay, definitely. So, I share with you my sobriety date, November 20th, 2023. It's about to be 2 years coming up in a couple of weeks. But
Hey,
that's my
congratulations.
favorite. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget all of that. No, old Adrian, I'm peeling off layers, pulling off
That's it.
layers.
That's it. That's it. You got to
Now,
move forward.
do you have a day or a holiday or a season that's been so impactful in your life that has, formed, that you just really love to celebrate?
So this is funny. I always wanted a partner whose birthday was in February, close to mine.
Okay, okay.
And I believe in the law of attraction, and when you sit down and you manifest, like I put on one day, I tell people on manifesting Mondays that don't get manifesting twisted. Manifesting is just imagining for adults. We used to
Mhm,
imagine
mhm.
use our imagination as kids because we didn't know no better.
Right.
But now we manifest, you know. And I manifested
Mhm.
my fiance. Her birthday is February 10th, right? My birthday is February 12th.
Aw.
And then we got
Okay,
Valentine's
okay.
Day, February 14th. So so
Love
so
it, I love it.
so that whole week, February 10th to the 14th, is very special to me because of this. So
I love it.
I don't have a particular day. I just got that week
How
because
did you
this
propose
person.
how did you propose to your fiancé? Did you have, like, a special
Well,
moment
I
or
just well I it was our birthdays, and
Mhm, mhm.
we went and got some rings, and um I had already picked out the ring, but I couldn't get nothing to. She wouldn't let me size it, so I
Right,
had to
right, right.
take her with me to size
Uh-huh,
it. But
uh-huh.
she didn't know when I was gonna do it,
Right.
and we've been together. She's man, like dating with a stigma was hard. Even though I had a lot, I was surprised how many women. As long as I told the truth, they was
Mhm,
willing to
mhm.
accept and help and be there for me. But a lot
Right.
of them still had demons that they were dealing with, and I couldn't be a part of that. The young
Mhm.
lady that I have now, like, she's there with me for me, and she's helped me get through some of the dog days, and we help each other, and that's what I like about it. And I'm able to teach her some of the things because I'm 7 years older than her, so I'm able to teach her some of the stuff that she didn't know, but she came up
Mhm.
in a time where she was understanding this stuff, like, but having that partner on a day-to-day basis, never argued, never
Oh,
fought, and me myself now know, I've had some good women before, but I messed over them.
right, right,
I messed up, and I will take full responsibility and blame for all that, and I apologize to them if they're listening right now.
right. That's right. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason, man. You know how some people have seasons, some have people have the lifetime for you. So I just know that every person in your life is a purpose for a plan and for a purpose. So you are who you are, and you are who you were then, and who you are now, and who you're going to be. So
Yeah.
that's one of the greatest things about life. You can
Yes.
allow yourself to evolve. So if
Exactly,
you
and you
do you have
can't be
like a book
afraid.
or a movie that
Oh,
has impacted your
oh,
mindset? I know, right?
I, I, I got I got I got several books sitting around here right now, and then I have a book and a movie. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so the movie I'm gonna give you because it's about I don't like what the government is doing, how they trying to take our privacy.
Mm.
And the movie that opened
You
my
think we have
eyes,
privacy?
huh?
You think
No,
we
no,
have
that's what I'm saying.
privacy?
They took our
Right.
privacy.
Okay.
So the movie that opened my eyes was Enemy of the State with Gene Hackman and Will
Ooh,
Smith.
Yes. That's a
That's
good
my
one.
go-to movie because I can show people some of the stuff that I talk to them about when it comes
Mhm.
to they consider conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
Mm.
But my book, and
Mhm, mhm.
I have a lot of powerful books,
Okay.
but this one book right here is called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I suggest everybody read that book. Outwitting the
Ooh,
Devil by Napoleon Hill is Napoleon Hill. I don't know if you read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
I have,
And you
yes.
know how he went to Andrew Carnegie, and Andrew Carnegie
Mhm.
permissioned him to go and talk to these different people and everything. So he interviewed the devil on this book, or
Mm.
what was supposed to be the devil, or considered the devil.
Mhm, mhm.
Man, that's so awesome, man. I can't get enough of this book. Like I go to it
That's a
quite
good one there.
often.
Mhm.
I promise you, you're gonna matter of fact, even if you don't have time to read, you can use your little AI YouTube and pull it up and let it play. I'm telling you, and you gonna oh my I'm gonna
That's
send you
a
the
good one.
link
I
for it.
appreciate that one. That's the first. I've never heard of that one. Look,
And
the
nobody has.
Bible is hmm,
And nobody has. You gonna oh my god, he talks about the
the Bible
schools.
is literally the roadmap for the outwitting the devil. You know that.
Oh my
So
when you listen to Outwitting the Devil, you can or read it, it's gonna open your eyes. You're gonna, oh my God. I promise you.
that's amazing. That's my
I
favorite book
promise.
is the Bible because
Okay.
I read 30 minutes a day and reading that the Bible series because most people read we everybody uses the Bible but
Right, right,
God put it on my spirits some months back to read it. Like he was like, because I'm a reader, right?
right,
But I've never read the Bible front to back. So I was like, I'm challenged. So
right,
I went in and just going through it. But going through this whole just seeing and how life is literally in this book. It just
right,
takes you to know that there's steps to this thing called life and just keep going through it all. That's the way that everything is for a purpose. And it really has given me a calming spirit to know that he's running this game. I'm just on the bench, just trying to get
right.
tagged in. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Uh,
And
I'm telling
so
you,
now
get Outwitting the Devil. Just read it. Just
I
read it. Have
will.
an
I would
open.
definitely check that
I
out.
want you to when you about to read it, have an open mind.
I
Have an
definitely
open mind.
will because
Because
I'm definitely a
he's
reader.
interviewing the devil. Just like you're interviewing me, he's interviewing
Yes.
the devil.
Ooh, that's impactful. That's
That's
why I
deep.
ask these questions. I like to get different perspectives on different books and things as
Yes.
well. So I'm
Yes.
selfishly for me. So I
That
have two more questions for you, and then I'm gonna let you
okay.
get back to your evening as well. Now, in
Okay.
regards to if you could go back and touch younger, or even before I ask that question, I want to ask you about your one word. So, in regards to one word to describe your brand, like my word is resilient. What's one word that you would actually use to describe everything that you went through and kind of represents who you are?
I don't like to be called sir. Right. I tell people I'm
Mm,
not a sir. I'm a
mm,
survivor.
mm. Come on,
So
survivor. I love it.
don't call me sir without saying survivor.
Yes, I love it. I love it. That's your one word. I'm
That's my
rolling.
one word. It
Now, if you could go
encompasses
mhm.
everything. Everything that I'm trying to do, everything connection is. I'm in a survival mode.
With the system trying to erase you, do you being in survival mode, how did you get your mindset to be? That's not my last question, but that it literally just
No,
came up from your one word. How did you get your
keep asking.
mindset trained?
Like I said, I had to rescue myself first.
Mm,
I was in the deep dog days. I was in depression. I didn't want to go outside because
right.
and then I had to get myself up. I had to wipe myself off. Like, wait a
Mhm.
minute, I'm innocent.
You're
What
right.
is you talking about? Get up, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That
Mhm.
ain't you. How can I help somebody else if I'm down in the dumps? Nah, I
That's
couldn't do
it.
it.
That's it.
So me taking a step forward and telling myself, I had to stop myself. Wake up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I had to shake myself. Get up.
Yes.
Let's
And
go.
I love it. I love it. So, which brings me to my last question. You've been through so much, my friend, in this short 49 years on this here earth. If you could actually tap younger action on the actual shoulder and give a piece of advice, what advice would you give to live this journey called life? If you could go back to your younger self to give that advice.
Two things. Well, three things. One, don't let people tell you don't change. When
Mm,
somebody tell you don't change, they not looking to grow.
mm.
You have to change. Everything changes. Seasons changes, your
Yes.
hair color changes, your clothes size change, everything changes. So when people say don't change, nah, don't let them tell you that. That's one. Number two,
Mhm.
pay attention to detail.
Mm.
Pay attention to detail. Be detail oriented in everything you do. And number three, I wanna go back in time and make better decisions on the decisions that I've made
Mm.
previous. I want to make better decisions. I chose the wrong decisions just because of how I felt at the time, instead
Mhm.
of thinking things through on a lot of decisions.
Okay. I mean,
So,
those are paying attention to detail, making better decisions, being open to change. I ask myself this question a lot of times. If you could go back and change things, would you go back and change things knowing what you know of your life to go back? Would you go back and change?
so, like I said in my book, I don't think I would change anything right now because it's catapulting me to be able to talk to you. It's catapulting me to be able to change my mind about AI. Like, eh, so everything's happened for a reason,
Everything
and
does.
I don't think I would change. You know, I can't because then if I change, I might not have my kids. I change,
Mhm.
I might not have my fiance. It might have took a different path. Things might have. So we got to be careful when we want. That's what they say. Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
You just might get it, and you got to be clear on what you asked for. But you
You
know
got
what?
to be
It's so fun.
concise. You got to be man. Then you got to be down to the nearest detail. That's why you're manifesting, and your when you meditate, your tongue at the top, the roof of your mouth, and your eye. Remember how we used to roll our eyes up in our head?
Yep, yep.
That's what you're supposed to do while you meditate. They
Mm,
don't tell you that
mm.
because that inhibits certain things. Man, I could tell you a lot of stuff that I've learned. So that's why I don't want to go back and change, because my path took me and brought me to people in my life that put me on a nice mental level that I'm able to speak on now. Like I can talk now. I can talk about sports. I can talk about engineering, girl. I can't wait to talk to you about some
Right.
engineering stuff. I got an invention that I've been trying to get a patent for. I like you'd be surprised the stuff that I've got. But
So, you know what? My prayers, my friend, again, I want to thank you for coming on to the show, to you and your family for losing your father this past Saturday. My prayers go to you and your family and your mother and your, just the whole, because that's a lot. And just even taking the time to be on this conversation, just to be open and authentic with your story, to share about your certifications, the things that you've learned, the experiences that you've been through. Like I used to think about it, and I couldn't change anything. I've had a lot of fun though. I had some good times. I've had some rough times as well, but you know what? Everything prepared me to be here with you. And so
thank
in
you,
this and whatever God has designed in regards to this is just the beginning for me. I know that. Like I said, my sobriety date was just 2 years ago, and I'm just rebuilding.
and that's
So I
congratulations.
I love you just being open and honest, and connection and TL3C and the things that you're actually starting to grow with. Please know that I'm a resource, a phone call away for you taking your time here today for me as well. So I truly want to appreciate you. So, do you have anything that you wanted to actually let people know before I actually let you go? And I want to make sure I get a testimonial from you as well. Just kind of see how your
Okay,
first experience is with me. And I want to be on your podcast one day. You, the
okay,
white and black experience. That's
okay,
called. That's
okay.
awesome.
So my name is Actshun Terrell. If you wanna, you can go to my website at www.ConnActShun.net. That's ConnActshun.net. That's the website that I built my own self in 2 days.
Let's go.
I pride myself on doing a lot of things. I don't like pat myself on the back, but a lot of people gotta know. They don't understand. Um, you can also reach me at 248-385-3482. That's my phone number that you can call dealing with connection, or if you just want to talk to me in general.
Mhm.
Um, so I have another program that's similar to TL3C. I wanted to tell you about that I should have told you about,
Okay, please
and
do.
it's a self building program. It's called Ads. I'm gonna send
Mhm.
you the that one as well. I got a screen. I got a slideshow for that as well.
Okay.
It's attitude plus discipline plus dedication plus sacrifice equals success. It all adds up. Oh my God, you got to
You
see it.
said attitude, discipline. What was the other one?
Dedication,
Okay.
sacrifice equals
Mhm.
success. You got to
I
have
get
the right attitude.
right.
You got to have the discipline. You got to be dedicated to that discipline. And you got to be willing to sacrifice who you are for what you want to become to be successful. It's going
Mm.
to all add up. Period. ADDS, ads.
Ads. I love it. I love
Ads.
it. So, like I said, you're just getting started. You're on your way, and everything, like you said, you've been through has helped you get to this point that you're in
Yes.
right now. And ads, attitudes, disciplines, dedication, sacrifice equaling success, you being a survivor, you having the opportunity to just share your story and being honest, my friend. I just again want to say thank you. Getting a part of Offer Lab and the collaborational opportunity there, just looking at opportunities and being
I need
open
some
to
help
it.
with that.
That's literally
I
what
need
life
some
is
help with
about.
Offer Lab. I
You're
need those.
right. But the
I need,
great thing is about ARPA Lab, they have these trainings and things like that. So it's they're just building as well. Russell Brunson
okay.
building this platform. But the one thing I liked about it and why I was trying to encourage you to get a part of it is the collaborations. You never
Yeah.
know your story, someone hearing your story and
The
being in the right
relationships.
rooms. That's what
The
ARPA Lab
relationship.
is a room of over 9,000 people now, just all with these forward thinking mindsets.
That's what
So
I like.
that's so you're in the right room, building from there, like you're on a phone call away. So we're building together with that as well. Okay.
Okay.
So my
Yes.
friend, thank you so much again. Do you have
Thank
anything else
you.
that you want to actually share before I actually let you go?
Man, yup. That's my saying that I start every. That's what people gonna know me by. So when I do my texting and I'm gonna start adding you to it,
Okay.
my texting, I'm gonna do it again. But when I start my videos, I'm starting it with yup.
I know that's
I just
right.
want people to know I'm here because it was a time where everything was no, and I
Hmm.
was down. I was Eeyore. I was Mr. Snuffleupagus. Everything
Uh-huh.
was always bad and oh nah. I'm excited and I hope I want this one of this I want this show to be one of your greatest shows, the most viewed show. Like I just my energy, your energy, I love that. Like this is whew,
It's
it was
just the
fantastic
great
for
thing
me.
is it's just starting. So I'm going
Man,
to I'm
I
so
want
glad God
another one.
had me start
Can I get
right.
on again?
Of
I'm ready.
course, of course. Dr. Liverman's coming back December 2nd because his book is now on Kindle. And I wanted him
Yes.
to, his first interview was kind of dark in regards to the background. So I wanted him to be able to kind of share the transformation in regards to his journey as well. So
Okay.
it's literally an opportunity. So no, you're open because you actually said yes. Here,
Yes.
you have an opportunity with me. No worries.
All
Okay.
right. All right. Whenever you call, I'm there. Like I was telling you today, like I told the audience, my father passed and she wanted to reschedule. And no, I'm not gonna allow you to do that because the first time I messed up because it was
It
me.
was
I
supposed
ain't
to
gonna
be
make
like
no
messed
excuses.
up. I don't
Eh,
ever think it
eh,
was a mess up. Yeah.
well,
Things happen.
I want to be honest with myself because I took on too much,
Mm,
and I didn't do my time correctly. I'm a very strict time management person.
hmm.
And but when I told you no, I meant it. I'm
Right.
ready. As you can see, I'm ready. I was ready.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I've been on, if I can be truly honest, I've been on since 2 o'clock, working on making sure my mic work, my camera work, how I look. I've been
Nice.
so yeah,
Preparation. It's that's
yes.
it. That's it.
I
So
think
you did, and I
preparation is
think
the
you did
key.
an amazing job. The great thing is you're a part of Adrian Mayes' journey. So,
Thank you.
I'm going to, I know I'm at my billionaire goal. So I know being a part of the here and now, this is the part. And I tell people this all the time and people laugh, but I don't care, that other people opinion part.
Yeah.
I really don't give a shit about
OPO.
that.
We don't care about that.
Right.
Hey,
So
don't be down with OPO.
don't, every, it does,
Audience,
it's not
please
even
don't be
my
down with
concern.
OPO.
Right. But
Right.
those people that have come and just supporting me at this stage of the journey. Like when I get to the Elon Musk time and I have the Tyler Perry money, I don't listen, I love you, thank you, I appreciate you.
Right.
But these conversations are gonna be the most special because again, you believe in something that I saw as a forward movement. And I know where I'm going. So God already has the design. I just got to keep going within it. So those people that trust me with their story along the way, I'm gonna need that's a Oprah Winfrey. It's sitting
I,
right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
hey,
telling
hey,
you. I'm
hey,
just telling you what I know.
you get a
So
house
it's
and a
just
car. You get a house and a car.
right. You get a house. You get a house.
You
So
get a TV show.
so building legacies, my friend, and you are a part of my legacy. So thank you so much
Thank you
again for
so
your
much.
time
I
here.
really appreciate that, and
I enjoyed you. I definitely
I
enjoyed you.
thank you, thank you. I enjoyed you as well. All
Okay, I'm
right.
gonna take you off. Thank you.
Okay.
Come on, what up though? That was amazing. The system tried to erase Actshun Terrell, not happening. It was amazing how he talked about his comeback and rebuilding and in his journey in regards to just the attitudes, discipline, dedication, sacrifice equals success. I got to put that back up on the screen one more time because you know what? The great thing is about having a journey and having something called mindset, you can actually control your choices if you pay attention to my Facebook page at Adriane Mayes or LinkedIn or YouTube, in the journey that I'm building in regards to being an AI wealth strategist and AI cash story captain, what up though? All of those different things that make up this ultimate offer of the best version of myself is just through consistent action in building and becoming. When I listened to ConnActShun in hit or Action Terrell today and sharing that his one word being survivor, it's not sir, but survivor. You have to make sure that when you're a survivor in your game, in your life, that you show up and show out every opportunity that you have. So I want to leave you with this because again, the greatest thing about all of the various things that we talked about, we even talked about therapy. I have therapy here shortly. It's so funny but what therapy? Be open to new things in regards to having a new perspective, having a platform that's safe for you to grow and build your mindset. Because again, that's what the live virtual conversations are for. Being an AI cash story captain and being an AI wealth strategist, what that all that means is helping people use their authentic story to build wealth with AI. Simple and easy. So can doing the connections, people that you actually meet along the way, that's how you make an impact. Like I was sharing with Action earlier, Alicia Terrell being the queen of AI, having millions of people watch her podcast, thousands of people invest into her AI consulting opportunities. That's what makes me excited about what's next. Because again, when you get in the rooms with those people that are building billionaire dreams and not doing it alone, she's helping out people in Jamaica as well. I look at an Action Terrell situation. I look at an Adriane Mayes situation. You look at your situation and know that, again, to have the ultimate opportunity and the offer that's available for you is what I actually showcase and here in regards to monetization of your tools with AI, utilizing and building your billionaire brand and having these different tools. And I definitely put the link there in the on the screen here for you to understand that having the ultimate offer and having something called an offer lab or having an opportunity to network with teams that are people of the AI cash story team that are all listed here on this opportunity for the offer. This is why we do it. You get involved with people that are actually building the opportunities with you. So it might not be for you in regards to change. Like I introduced him to the world of AI today and how to even be a part of something new, but be open to new perspectives and the opportunity could be right in front of you. So Adriane Mayes, your AI cash story captain, and wanting to continue to grow and build the opportunity to be the best version of you, Action Terrell on the live virtual conversation with Adriane Mayes here today on this amazing day 537 of the billionaire journey. I just want to end with this. I can, I will, I shall be victorious. What up, though? Detroit, Michigan. We represented today. Let's go. Deuces.